On TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
With a winter storm on the minds of a lot of people, it's no wonder this grocery store is busy. A few extra supplies is never a bad idea when you're looking at a storm that could impact you for 2 or 3 days. Let's get the latest details from Nathan in your No Wait weather planner. Nathan?
Yeah, and making those preparations definitely a good idea here at this time. We do have that winter storm warning in effect for most of us. This goes until Monday morning. It's those counties all there shaded in red. That includes Grand Forks, Fargo, Jamestown, Ellendale, up in toward Beltrami and Lake of the Woods counties. So all of these areas are expecting the highest impact from this winter system. Temperatures now, Jamestown 6 degrees. Grand Forks now at 13 degrees, Devils Lake at 15 as some of the cooler spots. Detroit Lake's right at 14. So clear skies have made things a bit cooler, but you can see some more clouds moving in just south of the South Dakota border. And with those clouds comes a bit warmer air, but also some wintry precipitation. Big picture shows some freezing rain, even some snow moving into South Dakota at this time from this low pressure system that has its eyes set on the Red River Valley, Andrea. And this is going to be something that travelers should be aware of. And I will, of course, break down the list of when the highest impacts are and how much snow we can expect from this one here coming up in a couple minutes.
Yeah, and let's just give you a hint. There's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Get the shovels and snowblowers ready, that's for sure.
Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah.
Snow, as he mentioned, is no stranger to the valley, but with the amount of white stuff we're expecting to get this weekend, experts are cautioning you to be prepared. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie has a few tips to help you stay safe in your home.
In these winter storms, staying in is safer than going out, but that doesn't mean there aren't dangers at home as well.
Your vents get covered up, built up. That stops all the gases from being escaping, and then it backs up into your home, and that's when we can get carbon monoxide.
Cross says it's a good idea to take a walk around your house every now and then.
So far it hasn't been bad, but after this coming snow, I think I might have to probably dig that out.
Jim Dautenwy is prepping for the weekend storm. He's no stranger to the snow. He's lived in Moorhead for 30 years.
Then you have to check the gas meter.
We want to make sure that we have access to them as responders, and that way we can come and turn off any gas-producing devices immediately.
But it's not just your vents and meters you have to worry about.
You do have to check the roofs, and I've actually taken the snow off the house roof twice so far.
You can use a roof rake like this, or you can hire someone else to get the job done. If you're not clearing your roof, it can lead to leaks or worse, a collapse. In storms like the one we're expecting this weekend, experts say preparation is key. Here are a few more things to consider as we prepare for the winter storm. If you're going to be using another device to heat your home, like a space heater, make sure it's at least 3 feet away from all other items and that it's plugged directly into the wall and not an extension cord. It's also a good idea to have an extra supply of food and water in case you can't leave your house. Finally, experts say you should have an at-home emergency kit in case of power outages. It should include things like flashlights, batteries, and a first aid kit, among other things. Andrea?
All right, good tips. Thank you, Courtney. For more information on how to stay safe in this storm, you can visit our website, valleynewslive.com. The city of Fargo says they may not plow residential streets until Sunday night, and they'd like you to move all vehicles from the streets to make it easier for plow drivers. We're told local and state road crews cut short their holiday vacations because of the impending storm this weekend. Around 45 people will be working for the North Dakota DOT with snowplow drivers on 14-hour shifts. In Fargo, employees are on a 24-hour shift, and their work has already started. They're spraying streets with anti-icing to prevent slick roads.
The main challenge is going to be the wind, of course. You know, when you start getting that much snow with that much wind, that's when you start getting blocked underpasses.
We'll be doing some anti-icing tonight, and they'll be out overnight with our trucks doing some of that.
The focus for Fargo City plows are primary roads such as 52nd Avenue, 13th Avenue, University Drive, 25th Street, and Main Avenue, and they're asking for your patience as they try to get to all the residential areas. Before the storm hits, make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. A North Dakota hunter says a mountain lion hiding in tall grass charged at him. Gary Gorney from Minot says it happened in the Custer Mine area near Garrison Thursday while he was hunting pheasants. Gorney says he dropped his shotgun and used a handgun to kill the female lion, which weighed more than 100 pounds. He says he acted out of self-defense and that it was the first mountain lion he has seen in his 31 years of hunting. The first woman to represent North Dakota in the U.S. Senate has passed away. Jocelyn Burdick died last night at a care facility in Fargo. She was 97. The Democrat was appointed to the Senate in September 1992. She filled the seat vacated by her husband, Quentin, when he died. Jocelyn served in the Senate until a special election that November when Kent Conrad was chosen to fill out the rest of Quentin Burdick's term. A University of North Dakota football player is undergoing a complicated surgery right now after being involved in a skiing accident in Colorado this morning. In a statement, the UND football team says Hunter Pinckey was in a skiing collision in Keystone. He is conscious and receiving medical treatment. Pinckey is a junior tight end for the Fighting Hawks. Hunter recently tweeted, "Thank you for your prayers and well wishes," ending with, "I will walk again." While you might think a puppy or a kitten would be a welcome addition during the holidays, quite often they are an unwelcome surprise. Sue Buckholtz is trying to find forever homes for about 50 dogs at her shelter. Beagles came to the shelter after a North Dakota man received them as a gift for Christmas.
It's an important decision. It's a lifelong decision, and they really need to be a part of that.
Even if your family is ready for a pet at Christmas, Buckholtz says it may be best to wait until the new year, especially if your home will be loud through the holidays, through the new year. That will allow your new cat or dog to de-stress as they adjust to their new environment.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
And thanks for joining us on this Friday evening. A look at our Dakota Magic Casino Skycam shows things are fairly quiet. A little bit of a breeze there on the flags there and even a little bit of fog there near that light, and that's going to be changing here. We're going to start to see some snow flurries, especially starting in our southern neighborhoods come the early morning hours tomorrow. We can see that cloud cover already moving up to near the North Dakota border, near the Dakota Magic Casino there, and you can see that moisture pushing its way northward. So temperatures will rise through the night as the southerly winds with the system do work their way in, and along with that moisture, of course, comes all that wintry precipitation right now moving right near the I-90 corridor just outside of Sioux Falls. And we're seeing already some of that pink there on the map. That's frozen rain. So we're seeing some of that already showing up on the radar. For tomorrow, I do expect temperatures to start in the 20s, so quite a bit warmer than where they are now. We do warm to the upper 20s, maybe lower 30s in the warmer spots. And so where there are areas in those lower 30s, like our southeastern neighborhoods, that's where we're more likely to see that freezing rain mixed in with the snow. But for those cooler spots toward the north and west, anything falling from those clouds will be snow, as it is cold enough to keep that as frozen precipitation. Winter storm warning goes until Monday morning for pretty much everybody. The few places that have a winter weather advisory are Benson, Cavalier, Ramsey, and Walsh counties. This is still looking for some impacts from this winter storm, but not as many. And Towner County, notice, is excluded from that advisory, so not any impacts expected in Towner County from the system. And you'll see most of that will be focused, of course, in the Fargo and areas south with this system. So tomorrow morning, you see some of that pink there. That's that frozen rain. And so Lakes Country could see that frozen rain first and could put a glaze of ice down on those roadways and sidewalks before any of the snow even starts. So it could be slippery, especially in Lakes Country come tomorrow morning. As we go through the evening, the snow spreads northward and does intensify as we go through the day on Saturday as it spreads from south to north. Sunday morning, we're going to see those bands of heavier snowfall and those gusty winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour at times across the area here. And that's what we're worried about, of reducing those visibilities, causing the blowing snow on some roadways, and really making for a mess with some snow drifts as well. Sunday evening, the snow continues, the wind continues Sunday night, even into Monday morning. But as we go through the afternoon hours on Monday, it looks like the system finally does clear off toward the north and east. And once Monday comes around, that's when those folks down in Minneapolis will start to see their fair share of the snow from this system. So if you're traveling to or from Minneapolis on Monday, they'll have to deal with some snow showers in the metropolitan area. Tuesday, though, things will clear out nicely as we head toward the last few days here of this decade. Snow potential. This is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Most of us in Minnesota in the 6 to 12 inch range. Notice, folks north, I'm expecting 4 to 8 inches up there. It's far enough away from the center of this system, and even farther toward the northwest where there's no advisory, no warning, nothing, no snow at all, to maybe 3 inches there from Devil's Lake to the northwest. However, along I-29 and points west, expecting 12 to 18 inches, especially along 94 and south. So that's the Lisbon area, Ellendale, Hankinson, most likely to be in that 12 to 18 inch range. And there will be south of the North Dakota border an isolated 18 inches or more for those folks in that part of the country. So definitely going to be a shovelable one, even a snowblowerable one by the time we go through the day on Monday. This is the European snowfall potential. We like to look at both of these back to back and see where the similarities are and the differences are. The similarities are most of Minnesota also in 6 to 12. This has a bit more snowfall up through the Thief River Falls and Fosston areas, including Baudette. It also has more snow for our friends in Roseau. This has Roseau in that 6-inch range, but this again has the 12 to 18 inch range along 29 and west, and then the heaviest snow, isolated 18 inches plus, south of the 94 corridor near the South Dakota and North Dakota line. So especially for those folks in the Lisbon, Ellendale, Hankinson, Sisseton areas, need to be ready for 12 to 18 or even 18 plus inches when everything is said and done come Monday. So the impacts we're expecting, of course, are going to be the freezing rain first, which will cause slippery roadways before the snow even starts, but then 8 to 14 inches for most of us on top of any ice that may accumulate. Those pockets of 1 to 2 feet will mainly be southwest in our South Dakota neighborhoods, but folks northwest in Rolla, Candu, nothing at all to maybe 3 inches. So blizzard-like conditions are expected, and with that, travel will be difficult, if not impossible, and there will likely be some road closures as we go through the day, especially on Sunday of this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday are highlighted in red as high-impact weather days. Monday, snow gradually ends through the day before high pressure and cooler air moves in for next week. To ring in the new year, things look pretty good with some sunshine on Wednesday and temperatures in the mid-20s.
It'll take a few people, well, it's like some folks a long time to, a few days to shovel
If you're like me without a snowblower, you may be going for a little bit, but snowblowers better get them gassed up and ready to go.
Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah.
Later on Valley News Live at 10, a quest to stop school shootings. Some states are pushing to arm teachers, why one education group says that will only lead to more disaster.